You are.
Carlos, can you hear me? Okay, that's because I'm in the main floor.
Co-host. Ahora sí, Carmen. Sorry. Irma, ya lo está grabando. Ok, so, ¿qué es lo que queremos hacer con ustedes, no? Con todos. No, no es nada para juzgar a nadie. Te lo digo que no es ni lo que dices. Marta, no te preocupes que tú eres la primera que vas a ir. No, yo sé, ya te vi. Tranquila, tranquilita, tranquilita. Eh, pero es nada más buscar
It's
eh,
only to search
confianza
for
en lo que estás,
trust in
en sentirte
what,
más
in
confiable
feeling
en hablar
more
del
confident when
producto
we
o
talk
hablar.
about the product or when we talk about the business or when we talk about when you're in front of someone. And many times we are scared about talking to people. Because what causes fear, and obviously I'm not saying that everyone is here, is lack of knowledge. If you are afraid, if you feel fear, I want you to see yourself in the mirror and say, why do I feel fear? I haven't studied this product enough. I haven't worked on it enough. I haven't studied. I didn't learn about the benefits. What is causing you fear? Because everybody here is talking. So I just want to have a conversation with you. Let's try to do it as quick as possible. 2 or 3 minutes so that more people can be there. Guys, whoever you see whose business is going to change, that is when they are the people who are participating, okay? It's the same thing that happens with the Airbnbs of our students of Airbnb. Who are the ones who close the first Airbnbs, the ones who are in class, raising their hand and asking, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it, because practice. And why do I like to do this so much? Because if you can't speak, you can't sell. And if you can't sell, you don't have money. So you can know everything about the patches, but if you don't talk to anyone who's going to know about the patches, no one, zero. So communication is something very, very important. So Estela, come on, let's start with you. Estela raised her hand first. Turn on, don't turn off your camera now. Come on. Okay. Okay. Well, I've been for 3 months. I started with my fourth month that I've been using the product. And well, now I can say that I feel more confident to be able to work the business. I started yesterday because I had a person in Lanor where I live, the landlord of where I live, and he's Chinese. And I asked him about what work he does because, because of the work that he does, because he gives maintenance. And I asked him, what part of your body feels more pain? Let's do it, okay? I'm the landlord. Okay? Let's go. Okay, Carlos, um, can I ask you what part of your body hurts more due to your job? my knees. My knees, because as you can see, I go up and down stairs a lot, and I'm always doing maintenance in properties, and my knees have been something that during many years have been hurting me. Okay, I'm glad to hear this. You know why, Carlos? Because I found a product that is saving my knees from the surgery that I was about to have, and also from the stem cells transplant that I was going to get to. I I started the information for this opportunity for this product, and I analyzed it, I studied it, I heard testimonials, and I started using it. The same week that I started using it, the pain was mitigated and quite in control. And until the day of today, I said goodbye to that surgery and goodbye to those costly treatments that I was going to have done. And I want to share this opportunity with you. You are going to have the opportunity of being wealthy and healthy. This is what I want to share with you. I'm going to give you some patches so you can start trying them. Pass me your phone number and I will send you the product. Carlos, in this opportunity, this person told me that the pain was in the neck area because when he's driving, I'm in Australia and here it's very warm. Right now we're in summer. So the use of air conditioning and being so much time, up and down makes him feel pain. So I explained him where to use it and I showed him where I put on the patch. And he asked me and I told him, yeah, it's recommended on the back and 3 fingers under the belly button. And since he's Chinese, he said he was very interested because in his country, traditionally, those are the points that you use most. So I explained a bit more about the owner of the company and how he created the patch. But I also explained to him that apart from those points where areas, wherever you have pain, you can also patch yourself directly. And I shared with him an experience that I had with molar pain. So he passed me the message. I gave him the patch, and there I am with him. And I did the same with my mechanic that I picked up yesterday. Okay, let's leave it with one to go to another person. Okay, thank you. But let me analyze what you did. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations for taking that step, and you did it amazing. Okay, so the first thing that you did, because you already have a relationship with that person, can you hear me well? The good thing is that you already have a relationship with this person. It was the first time I saw him. Oh, okay, okay, perfect. So you started with a pain, okay? You knew he was going to have pain. A few different things that possibly might happen is when he says that he has neck pain. You can say, "Oh, since when do you have neck pain?" Okay? Possibly you could go in a bit more in depth in that pain, right? It's chronic. So can you hear me, guys? Yes? Okay, thank you. Because some people are saying that they can't hear. Guys, you have to check your computer or buy a Mac or, whatever. If you don't have a Mac, it's possibly you. So, what I want you to understand is that you have to know a bit more about the pain. And the other thing that I love that you did is that you shared your story. I want you to analyze, and this is what I want everyone to take into account and consideration in this call. What I want you to do with me is to find my pain and to have afterwards your testimonial. because your testimonial is going to make that person, because we're not going to get complicated today. We're not going to start in questions today. I want to leave it simple. We're going to do it just like you did, Estela. We're going to ask first, what problem do you have? First, we're going to go more in depth into that problem so they can expand it in the context that it has. And afterwards, you can say, okay, what I loved is that you related your pain from your knee with my pain of my knee, you know? So we already have a connection. So let's say that I say knee, but you have a neck issue, right? So in that case, you can say, yeah, I understand you. I used to have a neck pain just like yours, super painful. And I have a few people that I know who've had the same issue, but they don't have it at all anymore. Why? Because I was going to have a surgery and I was going to have this treatment, but I found a product that was able to take away all that pain. Would you be interested in listening about that product, about what it is? Or can I share with you the product that it is? I can give it to you for you to try. You understand? You're already opening the question for that person, for them to say, yeah, sure, because it's not going to cost anything if you're just going to share it. And two, it can help alleviate the pain, right? So excellent, Estela. Let us continue practicing with those. And now the important part here, Estela, is a follow-up. Okay, Carlos, I want to ask something. I decided to send some business cards, or the person is giving me the opportunity, like I said, healthy and wealthy, your next step in life is, and it's okay. Is it okay, or do I have to give the person the choice or the opportunity at the same time? Or should I just leave them with that? Okay, look, so we like to talk about the business, right? We love this business. But you have to look at that person, because I can't say to you, look, everybody, you're going to talk to them only about the business, because then I would be lying, right? It's impossible to put everyone in the same bucket. It's impossible for me to say that when I don't know what the other person who is there is talking about. You know, each person is different. So, for example, when we're talking about him in the same option, instead of him being the maintenance man, let's imagine right now that in Uber, okay, because I just had to drop off my wife and I had to drop off the car and I had to come here, so I had to rent an Uber. So I told the Uber driver, hey man, how long have you been working Uber with Uber? No, X amount. And how much time do you dedicate to working with Uber? Well, X amount of time. I don't know, 10 hours a day. And do you earn good money working this Uber? Well, yeah, more or less. It pays the bills. Would you like to earn more? Yes, of course. Okay, so I know that his problem is money, right? So now it is possible to start to talk to him about the business, right? So it's very important for you to see a person, to classify them. Because if you're a robot, it's not going to work, okay? Oh no, because they said that, you have to see the personal situation, because if we just listen, that's why it's so important, guys, to ask questions. For us, even they even say this in the Bible. Listen more than what you talk. It's ask a question and let the person speak, respond, and then another question, and then another question, because they themselves in those answers they are going to sell themselves. They will sell themselves. By the time that you come with a product, they're going to be convinced about what they had, the pain that they had, or the difficulty that they had with money. You know? So perfect, Estela. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Carolee, are you ready? Let's go. All right, ready? Okay, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good evening. Yes, we hear you. How are you? Doing great. Excellent. Thank God. I love that attitude. Thank you very much. Have you seen Mike speaking? And I'm not saying that everybody has to be Mike, okay? Mike is something out of this world, another level. But at least feel happy about having this opportunity. Feel happy about what you have in your hands. That when the person sees you, says, hey, wait a minute. All right. Because it's very difficult when we are talking about something that we love, but the face doesn't show that we love it. I have some patches that are very good. I'm not going to convince you. You're not going to go very far with me. If you're trying to convince me that we're to come and work with us. So we want people to feel they have this attitude. So tell me, what kind of role play do you want to do? I'm letting you choose. Well, in my case, I am going to answer quickly to not extend because I talk too much. If you tell me to shut up, and I'll just write it down like we say in Colombia. But in my case, when I started this amazing opportunity that my fatherly God has allowed me to get to know, and I got to know this opportunity, it was via, I was in my 40s and I was searching for another opportunity to network marketing. So I was searching for something to get prepared for premenopause. And that is when I found Rachel. I started to follow her. I connect with her and her personality and everything that she was doing. So after that, I started following her, like Margarita said. A person to be able to say yes is going to see you like 30 times to be able to continue. So that's when I started also coaching with Margarita Pasos, and I was embarrassed to speak on the camera. I was very embarrassed. I thought I talked too much, but with camera, I don't dare to. So I can talk to a whole community in person, but not via the camera. So Margarita Paz started, and it made me laugh a lot because, she was like, you can do it. And I was like, yeah, I can do it. And that's when this great opportunity started through the camera. And that's when I started sharing and I started my training. At the beginning, I got sick. I didn't understand. I was like, hey, this doesn't work. How come I'm getting sick? This doesn't work. And afterwards, I understood that it was the healing process. And when I woke up in the afternoon, I came back from work. I'm a painter, but soon we're going to stop painting. And I got there an evening, and it was as if they had put batteries in my feet. And that's when I started to share my testimonial. I started to talk to people through this. And that's when I said, okay, I'm going to expand. I'm going to start sharing I share a lot of things through Instagram and TikTok. And this is how people started asking me about this. And afterwards, when obviously I already had my first two business partners, thank God. And truly, for me, it was very satisfying to see how one of them, as I said, they lifted from the ashes back to life. So that's when people have asked me a lot about it, and I've been able to do it through a camera and through people coming and asking me. And that's how I was able to have the conviction, like for example, yesterday, that I have my board behind me because I'm always with the opportunity. So I've been able to capture people from that opportunity who have come to search for me. So I tell them, don't worry, it's fine. It's nothing like this opportunity that we're in. This is completely different. I'm going to show you through a screen that yes, we do truly earn because this is a life mission. This is something that personally has impacted my life a lot because God says his holy word, sorry, I'm a Christian, thank God. And God says in his holy word that we come with a mission and a purpose here to the world. And I understood and comprehended that we are here to serve and not to be served. So that's what I explained to her. Look, you cannot imagine how what a unique opportunity this is, how grand it is. If you truly like to help people, you're going to understand it or along the way. And that's how why I speak to people. I would say, like a friend of mine would be like, give me one of those patches, let's see what it does. And I told him, look, you have no idea what value this product has. This isn't just any product. It's not as if I'm going to give you a painting tool. So that's how I done this work. Okay, let's do this kind of role play then. Let's say that I'm in another network marketing place and you want to talk to me about this opportunity. And guys, I want you to hear this, okay? If you know people who are in other teams of network marketing, Amway, Herbalife, I'm not saying that they're bad companies or anything, but what those companies have is that they have a product that everybody wants. And so when I want to talk to these people, many of them have said no. They say, no, Carlos, we have a couple who are in the top of a company who sells something, some smelly thing. And I told them, look, just listen to us. They didn't even want to listen. Okay, perfect. But the good thing about this is that if you find those people and you can talk to them and they can open an opportunity to listen, many of those people can bring a team with them. So you speak to one and you can sign in 15 because they're going to bring their team with them. So Charlie, let's do this. Okay? I'm in Amway, or you know me, or you were in the other company. That's a company I was in, actually. Okay, perfect. I don't even know what Amway sells, but let's say I'm in Amway. So you know me from Amway, okay? Okay. Let's say, what would you say to me? Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what I am doing because I'm doing follow-up with this. Hi, Amelia. Good afternoon. How are you? How are you doing? I'm doing good, Charlie. Thank you. Well, like you know, I'm going to talk to you sincerely from my heart. We know that I've been in the same opportunity that you are in right now, but I know that you have an amazing potential to do something amazing, marvelous that I want to share with you. At this moment, God has given me the availability to get to know a new opportunity in which, let me tell you from my person to you, you know who I am, you know how I am, you know how I persist in things. I know the invaluable ability and skill that you have in leadership, which I very much admire, because truthfully, you have been an example to follow. But I want to now present this opportunity to you where we are truly going to have an amazing life opportunity, which is what we are searching for. What do you think? You know what, Cherry? You already know me. You know that I'm already here. I've been in this company for many years. I've reached high ranks. And starting again, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's not something that right now, I don't know. I don't think this can attract me right now. I'm not sure. Okay, I understand. I totally understand you because at some point I was in that position too. I loved what I did and I didn't want to miss this opportunity either because I thought that for me this was a great opportunity. But I do need to tell you, for your family, for your team, and everything that you have, give yourself the opportunity of only coming to one call. Look, you don't even have to move from your house. You simply can allow me to give you that opportunity for you to enroll, to look, and to take the decision. Like you know, the book that we were reading, each person has the power to decide. And that decision is something that you are going to take. What do you think? When is that? Well, we have calls on Thursday at 6 p.m. It's going to be 1 hour and 55 minutes. And you can decide. You can decide if you want to take the decision of giving yourself the opportunity of being open to another opportunity. And you can decide, like I was saying, the power of decision is yours. We have amazing leaders. Cheryl, but I don't want to go into a call like that with everyone. I don't want to go into a call. I've been a lot of business presentations and I know what's going to happen. They're going to, I don't want to be in that. Okay, then I have another proposal for you, okay? What if you allow me to see you personally? Okay, I know that right now you live an hour and a half away. It doesn't matter. I can travel that over there, or I can meet you halfway. You can come with your wife, listen to me, and then you can decide. What do you think? Okay, that's great, Sherry. That's great. Perfect. Excellent. I was tough on you on purpose, okay? What do I want you to see in this part of when I was saying to her, no, I'm not interested in this, okay? Because that is called an objection. Now, how do you lead with that objection that I'm giving you, okay? And if you say, oh, okay, Carlos, thank you, it's a good prospect. So obviously, there is no perfect way of doing things. Do you understand? I can't say, surely mine is better than yours or yours is better than mine. I don't know. But the person is going to work much better, is going to answer much better to me. I like to talk to those kinds of people by saying, do you consider yourself a business person? Do you consider yourself a business person? How did you reach this level as a business person in person now, hearing an opportunity like this? Am I correct in this or not? Someone someday spoke to you about an opportunity. And thanks to the fact that you listened, you reached these amazing ranks. Imagine if you don't listen. Imagine if you say no to this opportunity that you're in right now. Where would you be financially? Now, being a business person, would you be open to listening about another opportunity? Would you be open to hearing about another way of generating income? Oh, well, truly, I don't have time. Okay, I understand you don't have time, but imagine if you wouldn't have time X years ago. If you came with that same, I only need 15 minutes with you. And here is where I want you to look and think as a person. If you have that person, a big leader, okay, you contact us, you contact Rochelle, you contact me. If it's someone big, we can bring Mike. Hey, Mike, look, this is one of the top leaders of Amway, okay? Mike will be there. Rochelle will be there. I will be there. You understand? And you need to know who you're talking to. A person like this is not going to be go to a business presentation call, and it's not bad. They're just like Look, he just listen to the ones who have been here for months or in the top of the company, earning probably more money than what you've earned in 15 years that you've been here. Listen to them. You have nothing to lose. And that is where you can contact your upline or the person, because that's what we're here for. Use us. Use us. Hey, I can't tell you that constantly, I'm going to be like, it's going to work for everyone. That's impossible. You need to develop. One of the things that we're going to do in Destin that I love and we're going to see in the trainings are not going to be normal trainings that you're used to seeing in Destin. One of them is creating you as a leader. And I want that each one of you understands each other and feels each other as leaders. That you can be able to do a business presentation, that you are able to speak to a person. Or if you need to use Rachel's name, okay, perfect, use it. But for you to feel comfortable as a leader that you are, if the day of tomorrow you need to do a business presentation call, it's something different if someone says, oh, yes, of course, I am interested and it's on Saturday. And you say, okay, then go to the call on Thursday. We still have 5 days left for Thursday. Do you think that person has the same will on Saturday than on Thursday? No way. You invite them for Thursday? Okay, Thursday. If it's Wednesday, you have to organize a meeting. If it's Monday, you have to do the business presentation call. Because at the moment that you stop talking to that person in 10 minutes, the floor is gone and the motivation is gone with it. That is why it is so important to study, to educate yourself, to have knowledge, to access the school. And I know I still have some videos that I still need to upload, but that's why it's so important to do all these things and to have them for you to feel comfortable. Each time that you go out and talk and you say, all right, I got it. Oh, you're interested? Okay. Now, each time that you go out there, I don't know if you have an iPad, you have a computer, on the phone, you have to be ready right there. Yeah, sure, next Thursday we have a meeting. You're never going to sign anyone. Right there and then. Right at that moment. Okay, perfect. I'm interested. Let's go. Another thing that we can't do. What day are you free? I remember that I learned this from my pastor. And he said, we don't give anyone the option to choose if they want to do something or not. There where you're standing, lift your hand, raise it, and whoever wants to receive Jesus Christ as your Savior, raise your hand. We're not asking who wants to do it. Everybody raise your hand right now, close your eyes, repeat it after me. I am not giving you an option. Obviously, you can choose not to, but the moment that you give a person an option, they're always going to search for being more comfortable. Oh, wait. If they say, I have at 3, 5, and 7 p.m. today, what is best for you? They're going to choose one. I gave them 3 options, choose one. But if I wait for them to tell me, oh, wait a second, possibly on Saturday. Too far? Come on, let's do it right now. Because each person who is here, it's for us, it's for everyone here to be manager. Everyone. 4 people. Thank you, Sherry. All right. Patricia. Patricia left quickly. I said her name and she started running out. Your hand was raised. All right. Since nobody's hand is raised, there is an iPhone 273. Let's see how many iPhones there are. I don't know. You can open up your mic. Your hand is raised. Okay, Brenda. Let's go, Brenda. Janetsi, I don't have enough time in this call to choose you, Janetsi. I need 2 hours, With you, I need 2 hours. No, I'm kidding. You're the next. Brenda. Okay, here we are. Well, I know you, okay? And right now I'm working with the people I know. So I go to that person and I say, "Hi, Carlos, how are you doing?" "I'm doing well. Thank you, Brenda. And you?" "I'm doing well too. Look, I'm here with you because I want to talk to you about a technology, about an opportunity for you to know these patches that have changed my life. And I'm here with you because I'm very excited. I am very happy because 2 months ago I got to know this opportunity of changing my life. I'm nervous. I'm sorry. I didn't think you were going to choose me. You have to be ready for everything because you never know when something is coming up. You never know. Yes, exactly. So then I said, okay, if I explain this, I said, have you heard about this technology? And she says, no. What is it about? So that's when I say, look, these patches have this, that. I start talking about what they have, how you use them. And I ask them questions about how are you doing, or what do you feel? Or for example, if I know how the person is doing, I tell them my experience that I can give you is, or my testimonial is that it helped me a lot for what my menopause. I had this, I had the other thing. And the same thing, I'm not going to lie. I'm talking from my heart. I'm telling you how everything happened. And after 3 days of using the patches, I saw the difference. I started seeing the changes. I started sleeping better. I started having more energy. It helped me, I don't know, with night sweats because at the time that I started feeling all these symptoms, or I had arthritis diagnosed on my spine. So I don't want to be using medication. And I started using the patches because it helps a lot with the pain. So they start asking me what the cost is. Some people I see that are interested immediately, so I give them the information. And there are others that I realize my problem is that when I start talking about the price, or when I give them everything, they ask me about the price, they themselves. I tell them how they can do it as a retail or as a wholesaler. And that's where everything sorry about the word. Yes, don't worry. And I know exactly why. Okay, you know why. Sorry, I talk too much. No, you're fine. Now, look, I want everybody to understand this. The price is not the objection, okay? No? No. They tell you that the price is the objection. It's a lie. It's a lie. They are using that to cover the real issue. the true objection. So you say, if the price is, okay, if the price wasn't an issue here, okay? What do you say? Imagine when somebody talks to me about price, okay? Let's start first things first. I want you are asking me these questions, and afterwards I want you to change that, okay? Don't come to me because people don't really care if you feel well, if you're very happy with this business, with this life. They don't really care, okay? They can pretend and they can say, oh, yeah, that's awesome, Brenda, excellent. But they are actually searching for what benefit do I get, okay? So if I go there and, oh, Brenda, I'm so happy about this opportunity, these patches, you didn't move me, okay? You didn't move my emotions. Now, if I'm a woman and you know that I'm in menopause, or we're in the same age range, we don't all have to be scientists or women to know that at 40 something, 50, you are already reaching that rank of, hey, how have you felt about this? Have you had, oh yeah, Brenda, you have no idea. I'm going through a very difficult time. I get hot flashes. And what are you doing for that? Well, I don't know what to do, Brenda. This has been, and what happens when somebody has a pain, you want to express that pain, right? So if you just keep on asking me about the pain, I'm going to talk to you myself because the price is not the objection. The objection is that you didn't give that person enough for them to take the decision of the patch. So what do they say? No, that's too expensive. That's what they use. Now, if I change that, hey, Brenda, how is your relationship with your husband now that you're starting with this part? Terrible. And how does that make you feel in your relationship? How does that make you feel as a woman? Would you like to feel better? What have you tried to do to feel better? And you see, we're entering that area because the person is not going to buy something if you don't solve their issue. And your job is for them to see the problem. And I'm going to use this kind of woman because I have a wife and we talk to a lot of couples in church and we do talk about these issues, sexual issues, hormone issues. So, and when you say, it's normal, no, it's not normal for you to feel that way. Do you want to feel better? What price can you put to your feeling with energy, feeling as a woman that you were before, as a wife you were before? What price can you put to that? What do you think they're going to ask? They're going to answer nothing. But I have something that can help you with that. If they say that you cannot put a price to that, there's no objection for price anymore. No, but it's too expensive. Yeah, but Brenda, but you just told me that you couldn't put a price to feeling better. Now you're putting a price. When we ask questions in front, when we ask the questions in front, on its own, the conversation will develop on its own because obviously people that don't know this, we get there and we're like, yes, okay, like you're saying, Brenda, I'm super happy with this product that has changed my life. But when you ask that question, you can talk about your testimonial if you feel not so comfortable with so many questions. You know that I'm this age. I've been going through these things, and I've been going through a difficult time as a woman. What's going on? Now she is connecting her pain with your story. Now there's a connection. That's why we talk about our testimonial, because a person is reflecting on what we are saying. Oh my God, I'm also going through that same stuff. I understand, Brenda. I'm also living that. And you know what I did? I started to reactivate my stem cells. How did you start healing your stem cells? Repairing them. It's something super easy. I just put on a patch, 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and it started to reactivate my stem cells. And with time, my body started to react and to react and to react. And today, I feel like an 18-year-old girl. True, not true, I don't know. But what I want to get to is that first you ask questions, and then you're going to know what that pain point of that person is. So when they say the objection of the price, don't let price be an objection, because you yourself told me there was no price to this. The only way that there's not going to be an objection in the price is for them to see that they need this to take away the pain. Why is there no an objection of a $7 coffee in Starbucks when you can just have a coffee in your home for cents, but you need it when you're getting to work? So price should not be an objection. If you want a car, a vehicle, you can purchase it. The price should not be an objection, right? But the pain point is what is going to remove that objection. Thank you, Brenda. You see, it wasn't so bad. Congratulations. Now you feel a bit more comfortable, right? Right, Patricia? Can you unmute? Okay. Hi. Good evening. Good night. Good evening. How are you? Fine, thank God. And you? Doing good. Doing good. How's everything going? Family? Everything is well, working. Okay, so work is going well. Working hard. Health and everything. Well, I'm getting old. Well, they say that the older, the wiser. Yes, that is true. The spirit gets old, and sometimes it doesn't, because truly, I feel super, super well. Better than ever, actually, thank God. Yeah, how come? Well, you know what stem cells are? Yeah, I've heard a bit about that. Okay, well, this is something that, through my experience, only rich people could purchase in that time. But I have found a product, an amazing product, thank God, that has given me the opportunity. These are patches that are not transdermic, nothing enters your body. They are made up of amino acids, and they have me super energized. I wake up at 3 a.m. I do everything in my home. It's also a business. I'm super happy to be able to share this with my people, and I would love to share this opportunity for your health or for your job. Well, Patricia, right now I don't really feel like I'm not searching right now for another thing. Okay, that's why this is an amazing opportunity to be able to help others. Since I see that you're not doing so well, it would help you so much, at least to try it, just to use them. I could give you 5 so you can try them. It is an amazing opportunity. I would love for you to try them at least. I'm open to trying it, of course. Anything that can help my health, I'm open to try. Okay, this will help you a lot. Give me your number and I will follow up. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Patricia. So if you were afraid, your fear just disappeared, right? Okay, don't worry. I like the fact that you talk a lot. And by the way, especially with me, you know? So when you're talking to that person, I would like you to think about the other person being the star here, okay? You know what I mean? I want you to make me start talking. Exactly. So you shouldn't speak. The less you speak, the better it's going to be. So I want everybody to understand this. The more you talk, the less chances you're going to have to close your sale. So the less you speak, the higher your sales chances are going to be. Because when we don't speak, they speak. And for them to speak, I need to ask them. I know you asked me, "Oh, how's your health doing?" And you go on that way. Okay? No, I'm working a lot. Okay, go on that way. That's why it's very important to be able to hear. As I said, if you're talking to someone, write it down. If you're on the phone, write it down. The things that you're listening to, you're working a lot. How many hours are you working? Oh, like 55 hours a week. And how much time do you spend with the family? I barely do. Very little. And is that because of your job? Yes. So where's the pain point there? The time with the family. Exactly, time with the family. So I can come and say, how could you do if you could eliminate those 15 hours? If you only work 40, what would you do with that time? No, I can take my family to the park. I can go to the cinema, those things. Would you be opening to listening to a conversation of an opportunity to help you eliminate those 15 hours from your job for you to be able to use them in your house? And that word, would you be open to, is very powerful. You're not saying, would you be open to listening? And if they say no, okay, I understand. Okay, I have a lot of sales tactics in my head, so I don't want to drive you crazy. If the person says, oh no, about time, okay, I understand. From 0 to 10, in what number do you think you're going to be in right now? 10, saying that you'd be open to hear a proposal, and 0, you will never want me to talk about this again. If the person says 1 or a 2, it's going to be difficult. If the person says 5 or 6, okay, what can I do for you to feel like a 10? Okay, I ask them, now I want you to talk to me. Now it's in their hands. So that is why this is something that we have to continue doing constantly. And today, look, today we had a few people. But before I leave, I want to pass the mic to Janetsi Patricia. Thank you very much. Thank you. God keep on blessing you. Thank you. Likewise, likewise. Janetsi, where are you? Janetsi, raise your hand because I can't find you. Okay, go ahead. Oh, Carlos, you make me laugh, truly. Okay, well, what is difficult for me in this time, I started with the approach basically of explaining people the benefits in health, but I've realized that with health, people also want money in their pockets. And so you find a lot of people who want money in their pockets, but the commitment is very low. And what they want to do for that money is not a lot. Yep. So we are facing this types of mindsets also that want everything too easily and who think that, when they hear about the technology, they think that I do this because I'm like in the medical field and it's easy for me to understand how the patch works. So they're like, okay, but I don't have the knowledge that medical health knowledge that you have, and I don't know how to express myself like you do. And that technology is something that we need to get to know for people to understand how it works. And I try to simplify it for them as much as possible so they can understand that you don't need to go to college to understand how easily this works. But in the same way, they want to know how it works, and that is where the medical part starts. And that's when they start talking about the same thing and this vicious cycle of not knowing how the medical part works for them to be able to justify what they're selling. They prefer to sell a shampoo that you don't need to explain a lot about than to sell something as advanced technologically with so many health benefits. So I've learned a lot with you to minimize the information so they don't have too many details to be able to guarantee that they enroll. And afterwards, we can see the details, but in the same way, it's still quite difficult. And to want to try it is not hard for them to give themselves the opportunity because they are interested in using them as a consumer. But to actually work the business, you find more walls than anything. Okay, I have a few minutes because I have to go to another meeting and you have to be there too. So we have to go to the manager meetings. So the people, welcome to the world, that's why we're in 89% of the people. I shared, something? I'm going to share this with you. Irma, please share the financial board of the 7 levels of finances, please. Send it to Manuela or Reina for them to put it in the chat. I want everybody to look at this and to study this. And afterwards, you yourselves can look and see in what financial level you're at. 89% of the population is in 18 is in 1% from 1 to 3. What does that mean, 1 to 3? You don't have investment, you live check after check, you don't have a reserve fund, you play lottery. Why 89% of the people are there? Because of the mindset. Because of their mindset. That same thing that you're talking about, Janetsi. Because of their mindset. Because if you put there something that they can use to change and get out of there, they want to continue the same way. You know what happened to them with Iranese? They left out of Egypt and they wanted to go back to the same misery because they didn't want to try something new. They didn't want to know something new. They didn't want to go to something new. So it was much easier to go back and just be a slave than to learn something new. Same mentality. Exactly the same mentality. There was a trip that lasted days, but that should have lasted days, but it lasted years.